probably guessed by now, we are here to tap some maple trees. We have one right here that's about the minimum size that we can get, really. They say about 10 inches diameter. So this one is roughly the good size. The bigger, the better. This could be about the minimum. We have a few ones back there behind me and a few ones across the road. It's not gonna give us much. We're not doing this in a business way. We're not trying to make any money out of it. We're just trying to have some fun, have a few mason jars worth of maple syrup. So I bought these on Amazon, and they say to use a 5/16 mesh. So last year we drilled about here. I can see the scar on the maple tree. They heal pretty fast. This doesn't kill them, doesn't really hurt them. The only thing is, in the past, we always put our bottles too high, and by the time it comes at the end, it melts and our bottles fall off. So I'm gonna try to go a little bit lower this time and have it lay here somehow. I can see a little tiny hole here. I think this is where I lost my mesh a few years back, but it's growing, as you can see. So I will start here, and you want to give it a small angle like this, not too much. You don't want to be straight at 90 degrees. You don't want to go like this, because the sap has to come through the little tap here. So you go in an angle like this, and you go about 2 inches deep. So it's about roughly here. Usually I tape it at home just to know how far it is, but I'll take my time. I don't want to hurt the tree, and I don't want to break my mesh. So I'm about the right depth, and as you can see on the mesh, it's wet. So it means that it's flowing right now. So now is a good time to come. We're kind of a bit late on the season. Maybe there was a week about 2-3 weeks ago that would have been good, but we were expecting snow after that, so I figured I was gonna wait, and now it's flowing. You don't want to push it too far, but you want to push it far enough that it creates a little tight suction around the little tap. So now the pipe is going down like this. So hopefully when we come tomorrow, this should be, at least the way it's flowing, I'm guessing it's going to be about that much sap in the bottle here. Yeah, so that one is good. I'm getting hold and my knees are killing me. We're gonna go tap. We have 2, maybe 3 good ones there, and then we're gonna go across the road and go tap some more there. Yeah, I fell, and now I can't get back up, and it's cold and I'm wet, and this is too small for me to hold on to. As you can see, these ones are maple trees. They're a tiny little bit too small. I mean, if you look at my drill next to it, it's going to give you a rough idea. They will produce maple syrup maybe in 2-3 years from now. We'll let them grow. There's a few ones more back there. And when we were here a couple years back putting snares for snowshoe hares, we found a few in there. So we know there's one big back there somewhere where Clody is heading. How big is it? How big is it? Good size. That one's about double size of the other one. So in theory, it should give us more maple sap. There's another one, good size right there. There's another one right there. There's a small one right there, and 2 more right there, and behind the spruce there I see a woodpecker back there. I don't know if you see it, but he's woodpecking on some of our maple trees. Let me see if I can zoom in and show it to you. You can probably see him move a little bit right in the middle of the camera. There he is. Right where he is, there's another 3-4 maple trees. Well, unfortunately, this big guy there is not even wet when we remove the drill mesh. So it's probably not gonna flow very much. This one there, as soon as we made the hole, we can see that it was wet, and it's already flowing. So it's not the perfect time of day. I mean, we're after supper. So hopefully tomorrow, if it's nice, it will be flowing a lot. And when we come tomorrow after supper, we will have to bring a smaller mesh because I was out of little taps and I had to buy some more, and the ones I bought were smaller. First thing you have to keep in mind, if you buy the stuff on Amazon, I'm gonna try to find them and put the link below. Put it in the description below, sorry. It's not that expensive. You can do it at home. Just don't do the boiling inside the house, because your ratio is 40-1. That means every 40 liters of maple sap you're gonna get 1 liter of maple syrup. So that means the other 39 liters is gonna evaporate. So you wanna do that outside, or unless you have a shanty designed specially for that. And another thing, if you buy those little tubings on Amazon, please disinfect them before you use them. Clean them, wash them, like a lot. And yeah, you can reuse them every year. You just have to make sure you wash them properly. So that's it. We're gonna come back in every day probably, even if it's just myself, just to come and check out to make sure they're not overflowing. I'm gonna have some more bottles, do a little change up here and there. Maybe sometimes, you have half a bottle here, half a bottle there. I'm gonna switch them up in the same and unique bottle, and then I come home and I'm gonna start boiling. Even if I only have 1 bottle or 2 bottles, it's still enough to make a little bit of maple syrup. It's so good. It's so good. So I will see you next time. I will show you the process after in the next few days. Hopefully we can have enough. I'm hoping at least a good 2 liters, 4 mason jars, 500 milliliters mason jars. That should be enough. Thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to share, like, subscribe if it's not already done, and we will see you next time. Until then, we're gonna have some nice family time, having a little walk. She's starting to get cold, but she doesn't really have a nice winter jacket. So we're gonna head home. Take care.